There are stories that begin with thunderclaps and swords, fairies and magicians, with chosen ones and ancient scrolls. This is not one of those stories. This one begins with a blink, not just a single blink, but 2 blinks, to be precise. The first blink wasn't from the train. I'll tell you about the train later. It was from Bob, a feline cat with black fur folded like realities in the implicate order, and glimmering eyes like 2 golden yellow parentheses. He didn't have boots or bootstraps. He preferred to walk barefoot for increased mobility, as he later explained. Although he did have a black hat, but not just one. He had many hats. You see, Bob was an earnest hat collector. On one beautiful day, although he wouldn't like me calling it beautiful, he insisted on calling it glamorous. Bob blinked once, then again, and suddenly he was. No one saw him board the train, not even the conductor, not Burton Rogers, who had been staring philosophically into his teacup for hours on a daily basis. Not even keenly observant Mims understood, who sat on the train for hours with eyes closed, reading Freud with unspoken precision. Bob simply appeared, atop the velvet seat in car 7A on the train to elsewhere, as if he had always been there and always would be. He was not surprised. Bob was rarely surprised. Time, after all, was something he had long since stopped experiencing in a straight line. So there he was, aboard the train to elsewhere. But this isn't about the train. Not yet. This begins with Bob. And the fact that he had just received a letter. It wasn't addressed to anyone. And it was postmarked tomorrow. And it read, "Dear Bob, the world is about to forget something important. Find it before it unbecomes." There was no signature, just a paw print slightly smudged and a feather pressed between the folds. Bob blinked once, then again, slowly, and wondered what the feather meant. Then he took a second good look at the paw print. The paw print was his own. Of course, he had written it, or he would, or he was in the process of writing it now, or living it out. Who knows? Time was a Mobius whisker to Bob. So he tucked the letter into his fur and adjusted the brass telescope beside him. A soft chime echoed down the corridor. Passengers, we are now crossing into the inner sanctum. If you feel a sensation of being witnessed by ancient compassion, do not be alarmed. That is just the light adjusting to your soul. Please remain seated. Bob twitched his tail. Somewhere in the distance, he felt a question forming. And somewhere, in the past, or future, or right now, he blinked back, himself the answer. Outside, the landscape of elsewhere unfolded, a field of sunflowers that bowed to the moon, although the moon was nowhere to be found. But the sky was there, and it swirled like forgotten thoughts in a starry night. Nearby the train station, a clock tower chimed in multiple tenses. The train rolled on, but not forward. It glided sideways, through memory, dream, and reflection. And suddenly, Bob realized that he was traveling through a story that hadn't been written yet.